A beautiful young woman with big hopes and dreams is what so many thought of Arieuna Reed of Brown Deer, Wisconsin. Imagine being on the path of becoming a registered nurse and owning your own business, only to have those dreams taken away from the hands of someone who you never thought would hurt you. This was the case for Arieuna Reed. Sit back and let's dive into this heartbreaking story. Arieuna Reed was a 23-year-old medical assistant with dreams of becoming a registered nurse. She also had plans to start her own vending machine business. She was an awesome kid. Never really had any problems with her growing up. I mean, it's a parent's dream to have a child of her magnitude, respectful and honorable to her parents, her father stated during an interview with WIZN 12 news station. Her personality was very infectious, and people would just gravitate towards her. Arieuna was the youngest of 3 siblings. She had such a fun personality that was displayed through her videos on social media. She also had a passion for scrapbooking. Arieuna was a loving mother to her 2-year-old son, Egypt, whom she co-parented with her ex-boyfriend, Larvell Huddleston. Egypt was her world. So, what exactly happened to such a bright young woman? Arieuna was in a relationship with Larvell Huddleston, Vel, a 26-year-old aspiring rapper. Larvell and Arieuna had been in a relationship for several years. Her father, Mr. Reed, described Huddleston as being a perfect gentleman. Despite separating, Arieuna wanted Egypt to have a close relationship with his father, so she would often drop their son off to spend time with him. What exactly happened to this sweet mother? On February 5, 2022, Arieuna took Egypt to see Larvell because he requested to spend time with their son, which is something that wasn't out of the ordinary. Arieuna took Egypt to visit with his dad after soccer practice. After dropping their son off, as she was leaving, Larvell shot Arieuna from his second-floor apartment balcony. 2 residents of the apartment complex came to her aid, but Larvell shot them. One victim was a 31-year-old white male, and the other was a 36-year-old black male. The 31-year-old victim succumbed to his injuries, and the 36-year-old victim was shot in the leg but survived. After police arrived on the scene, Larvell shot at officers from his balcony, but no officers were injured. Eric Lewis, the 36-year-old survivor, who was shot near his ankle, recalled hearing gunshots from his apartment on the first floor. Eric told WIZN news station that he saw the gunman shoot at 3 cars, and he wounded the 31-year-old victim in the stomach as he and another woman tried to get a wounded Reed into their car. Eric could remember seeing Arieuna crawl towards the apartments, and that's when Larvell reloaded his gun and emptied his clip, killing her. Brown Deer police stated in a news conference that officers were dispatched to an apartment complex in the 8900 block of North Park Court at 10:09 a.m. for shots fired with a possible victim in the parking lot. Officers were shot at by a suspect from the second floor when they arrived, he said. While Larvell was in a standoff with the police, he was also streaming on Facebook Live. On the live, which has since then been deleted, Larvell can be seen with a weapon walking back and forth asking the police to get his son because he is going to end his life. Also, during this live broadcast, Larvell showed the attire that he requested to be buried in. He briefly mentioned his mental health, stating, "Me mentally, I've been through too much. I'm not straight, I'm not crazy, but it's a lot of shit I can't take." Before ending the live, he can be heard saying, "Niggas going to think this over a bitch, it's not." At the end of this broadcast, 3 people lost their lives. Arieuna, the 31-year-old male, and Larvell, who ended his life. From my understanding is when she dropped him off, and as she was leaving, he shot her from the balcony, and then ended up shooting the 2 people that were trying to help our daughter, her mother told WIZN. "We believed that if they would have gotten her help, she still would have been with us." Heavy.com reported that Larvell talked openly about his mental health long before this tragedy. In a Facebook post from September 2020, he wrote, "I suffer from paranoia and PTSD. So, no, I'm not normal. My environment most definitely played a major part of why I move the way I do." Lewis recalled hearing a muffled shot upstairs in the apartment, presumably from the gunman shooting himself. Also in the apartment was a child, Egypt, who police say was unharmed. It was later said that Larvell had a pending weapon possession charge. His trial, which was set for July 2021, was delayed due to the ongoing pandemic. Arieuna's mother told WIZN 12 news station, It hurts, because when you take away a beautiful life that cared about others, we miss out. It deeply saddens us that her son will not be able to see that spirit anymore. Arieuna's parents also stated that she had just went to soccer practice with her child, and was dropping him off at his father's apartment. My husband and I got a phone call around 10 in the morning, and it was him saying, "It's over. Come get Egypt now," Tracy Reed said. Egypt is currently in the care of his grandparents. Arieuna's family was completely stunned by this tragedy. Her father, Mr. Reed, said he knew his daughter's killer for at least 4 years, and the event on Saturday is not something the family saw coming. "I actually had a Bible study with him," Mr. Reed told the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel. "If he did have any issues, we never saw them." Many friends and family members of Arieuna posted heartfelt messages on social media. One friend wrote, "Damn, I really can't wrap my head around that. He really took your life like that, and was not thinking about the fact you gotta raise your son. I'm real life hurt behind this one. We was friends. We met in college, was dancing together, and all I remember us dancing in the living room of your parents' house. Then coming to my mother's house up the street to have practice and all. No words can explain the hurt I'm feeling for you. Rest easy, baby girl." Another woman wrote, "My heart really goes out to you and your family, even Egypt. This one did hit close to my heart, even knowing your son is the same age as mine's. I'm just lost of words, our Arieuna Nicole. May you and your soul rest heavenly, and may you be your son angel forever." This is yet another heart-wrenching story of a young mother losing her life at the hands of someone she once loved. Was this due to mental health issues, or was there another motive behind what transpired? I would like to hear your thoughts below. That about wraps up today's story. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell for notifications. Until next time, be safe.